host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016. There's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the San Francisco 49ers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9?
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
Well, let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They'll look to throw now on first down. Gets this one to use check. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. First carry now for David Montgomery. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. On the return is Sims. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Balaj. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, 49ers. Kalen Balaj with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
At the 24-yard line.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
It's a gain of 50.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
The ball carrier.
Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He'll drop this one down to Cohen. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Toss play, Cohen, right side. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second and 6. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bears draw a bit closer. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
If you know, you know. That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for
the San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A good run there to start the drive. 13 yards, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score.
Niners 14, Bears 7.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
On the toss, here's Balaj. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 38-yard line.
They run it with Balaj. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
A gain of a yard makes it 3rd and 11.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. Brings up 4th down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
But the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
On now is the kicker Jason Myers for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got an open man. That's CGIML21. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. This one caught by Ridley. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this returnable for Sims. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. The left side caught by Diggs.
The pass.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Complete.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. And he completes it to Cohen. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete.
And the Bears are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
10 more there and another 1st down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
9-yard line.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
54 mark, 54 mark. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears.
Chicago.
Hayden Hurst, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bears cut into that lead.
Eddie Pinheiro.
A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
A very quick pass to Ridley.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Bears going to see the football first, and they trail here as we get back underway to start this 2nd half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They'll start the 3rd quarter with a run by Cohen. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Gary and Conley, the one to bring him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. He releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, Able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
He's checking.
He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Back to throw here. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, right at the 40. Off the toss, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
2nd and 11 at the 41. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Third down.
They'll look to throw here. And he's able to find Diggs. And he will have the Bears first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First down.
Let's go now. 79. Hey, 1-3.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 25-yard line.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Looking for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal for the offense. 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Here we go. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
One thing you're looking for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Escaping the pressure right. A throw taken in by Sims. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 34. On play action, they'll throw. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. Now Balaj. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 25. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They'll try and run with Balaj. And down inside the 15 he goes. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing. Slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Brandon Ayuk, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Niners 38, Bears 17.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. The screen pass here to Cohen. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down.
Under 10, under 10. 36.
Going deep for Diggs. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think part of their plan was to hit him over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The Bears on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll try to run forward with Cohen. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
1st down, Bears.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
1st down, Chicago.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go. Let's go.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Bears on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that will be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
At the 42-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check. Fresno. 18 Cardinal.
Again, it's Balaj. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. They run the counter. Freeman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On the slant, able to find Ayuk. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Tackle made.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over above 50 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Focusing on me, we're from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, distinctive destinations, all I want to see.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Slam.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, Freeman. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Royce Freeman, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
The pass.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. The catch is made by Riley Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
And the Bears' 1st down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Back to throw again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
We like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off near the 29. finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the 49ers, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for Chicago, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.